Hello there, Marguerita here, mindset mentor and lightworker from Pitbull. And today I'm talking about the essential key, or one of them, to you achieving your goals and dreams. And this is your personal development. Investing your time and your money in up-leveling your skills, your knowledge and your mindset is absolutely essential if you are going to achieve your goals and dreams. The truth is, if you don't invest time and money in yourself, then your success is dead in the water. To get the guidance, the information, and the mindset that you need to get from where you are to where you want to be, to become the person that you need to be to achieve those goals and dreams, it's absolutely critical. If you don't, your success is dead in the water, I guarantee you. So here's some things that you need to know though about what you invest in, how you invest, and how to determine the best investment for yourself. So really take notes on this and take it to heart, because this could save you thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in the long term. So there are some amazing experts out there who are delivering top quality programs, without a doubt, ones that are really going to get you the results that you want. And in order to get the results that you want, it's really important that you have a criteria before you invest. So you need to know what the gap in your skills or knowledge or mindset is that you need to fill to get to where you want to be. Now, most people go, well, I don't know what I need. Well, yes, you do. The thing is, the first thing you need is clarity on where you want to go, what you want to achieve. Now, once you have that clarity, you look at the skill sets, the mindset, and the knowledge that you are going to need to be that person who achieves that thing, right? Now, you're not going to know it all, of course, but you are going to immediately see that there are gaps in the person that you are today that can't possibly be the person you need to be. You can then determine what kind of things, what kind of criteria, and what kind of programs, services, products you need to invest in to up-level who you are. Now, personally, I use a coach to be able to help me to determine this, but if you, with a little bit of tweaking, you could possibly figure this out for yourself. So what happens for most people is there's two things. If you have invested already in multiple programs and you're not seeing the results, and if these programs are proven to work, then there's one of two things that are happening. Firstly, you are investing in the wrong programs and you haven't got your criteria before you invest, which is very common. But more commonly, secondly, what happens is the vast majority of people, they invest in a program and then they don't do anything with it, or they get partway through the program, but somehow they don't follow it through right to the end, and it ends up being shelf help. Now, I have done both, and believe me, I think all of us have. And then we start to blame the program or the person who delivered it or our circumstances. If you've invested in multiple programs and the result is no result, then the one constant in the equation is you. You need to look at whether you're following through and what you're investing in, because the ultimate buck stops with you. Now, here's something that you also need to know before you invest in anything, and this absolutely just gets right up my nose. It upsets me quite a lot, actually, makes me a bit angry. And that is the gurus who are out there who are selling their programs with tactics that are subversive, manipulative, coercive, and not very authentic. They're not upfront about what they're doing. They're actually putting people, they're using tactics and strategies and powerful tools such as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, to put people into a mentally suggestive state, or what they call a buyer's trance. So this happens when you go to a presentation. Now, the presentation might be, or a seminar might be 90 minutes to half a day to a full day, and all day long, throughout the presentation, they have woven in these suggestive phrases, programming phrases that trigger the subconscious mind, okay? And they are very, very carefully and deliberately woven throughout the presentation. Now, when they come to the sell point, They have other trigger phrases that actually trigger the buyer's trance. So they've already put you in a trance, and then they trigger the buying frenzy, and they use scarcity, which sometimes it's actually real. Most of the time the scarcity is not, it's just a tactic. And they use scarcity and these phrases and words that are hypnotic. They actually get into the brain and trigger the brain. So you've probably been to some of those seminars where all of a sudden people are rushing to the back of the room, and you're sort of, you know, maybe you're also feeling the pull to rush to the back of the room. People are elbowing each other out of the road to get to the back of the room. It's insane. I have certainly been a part of those particular presentations, and they just do my head in. Initially I had no idea what was going on. When I found out what was going on, it really got me quite agitated, the fact that these people do this. Now, there may be some value in their programs, but to take away somebody's free will and manipulate their mind to the point where they have no free choice about whether or not they're going to buy the program. Look, if your program's really, really good and you connect with your audience and you deliver and people connect with you, then, you know, then that's the way you sell. You connect with your audience. But here's an example. So the reason I'm actually telling you about this is because I had a conversation with a friend just a few days ago. Well, it wasn't, more of an acquaintance than a friend. And she mentioned that this particular person, she was doing their program. And I almost choked when she mentioned the name. Now, I didn't come up front and say anything straight away, but as the conversation went on, I couldn't help myself. One of these guys is considered one of the leaders in the industry, right? The guy that she was talking about is considered a leader in the industry. He has trained some of the top people in internet marketing, and I'm sure his stuff is really high quality. No doubt about it. But here's what he does in his presentations. I've been in his presentations, I've seen the rush to the back of the room, and one thing that I did notice in one of his presentations was I had gone out the back, or actually to where the tables are, where everybody's filling out their forms and handing over their credit cards. And there was one man who was like probably mid to late 70s, I would say, or close to it. And he was standing there talking to the presenter who had just sold his stuff, right? And he was going, "Oh, I'm going to have to get into my savings, but I've got to buy your program. I've got to have your program. And, you know, I'm going to get my money out, and this is my life savings." And you know what the presenter said? The guy who was buying, there was no way he was going to get value out of this program. I could see it. The dude who was selling it to him could definitely see it. And this guy said, the presenter said to this guy, put his hand on his shoulder and said, "You do whatever you need to do." I could have hit him. Seriously. I just couldn't believe what I heard. Now, this was probably at least 10 years ago, probably more, and it is stuck with me to this day. Now, not long after that, I got to be able to be part of a backroom presentation by this same presenter. So he was doing training about speaking, okay? And he revealed to us in that backroom training that the stories he tells in his presentation that build rapport and actually get a bit of a sympathy vote, things like disabilities that he had as a child, and things that held him back with disabilities in his life now that he overcomes in a particular way, and the struggles and adversities and setbacks that he had during his childhood, all crap, all complete BS. And he tells these stories to be able to get that sympathy vote from the audience and to be able to get them to be more likely to buy from him because they feel this sense of connection with him. And it's all just false. It's rubbish. Couldn't believe what I was hearing. Now, I am not going to mention names here because obviously if they could come after me and absolutely slay me. My name would be mud, and I'm not about to do that to myself. But all I'm suggesting is that you are completely aware when you go into these presentations, you understand what they're doing, and not all of them do it. Not all of them do it. But some of the big leaders of the industry, they do it, and you need to be really careful. I actually had a friend who gave me a little tip today, which I was very pleased with. And she said, if you sit in those rooms and you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide awake, it actually gets you out of that suggestive state that they are putting you in. I've even heard people who have worked in these rooms, the staff, you know, they have the crew who volunteer to be in the rooms. They have actually told me after crewing that they are trained to make sure they do not break that trance that they are being put into. So go in to anything, online, offline, doesn't matter where, with your mind and your awareness wide open. Pay attention. If you see something you know fits the criteria that you need to get you from where you are to where you want to be, don't hesitate. Go and invest in yourself. One of the criteria I use to invest in something is, does it have the potential to get me 10 times my investment or more back in revenue? That's the return on investment. Now, it only has to have the potential, because the rest is up to me. The rest is up to me to implement. So when you do buy something, what do you do next? You implement the crap out of that baby. You take it and you milk it for all it's worth. You make sure you get your money's worth and everything that you can out of it to be able to help you to achieve your goals and dreams. So look, I'm not saying don't invest in yourself. I'm just saying make sure you're investing in the right programs. And here's the thing. When people like myself sell programs, we come up against what's called unwarranted buyer's resistance. So people might want to buy our stuff, but they'll not make up reasons, but they'll come up with all these reasons not to, because they're afraid, because they've been burnt before. And we have all invested in stuff that hasn't worked out. I've invested tens of thousands of dollars. Actually, there's one guy in particular I spent 30 grand on and really didn't get any return on my investment at all. It was the worst investment ever. And I just thought, and here's another thing I'm going to share with you, is stop waiting for somebody to come along and save your ass, because nobody is going to do that. That's up to you. You are the hero that you have been waiting for. So it's up to you to save yourself. It's just also up to you to know the skills and knowledge and mindset that you need to have to be able to save yourself. But nobody is going to come in riding their white horse, sword drawn, to save you from the circumstances and the situation that you might have put yourself in and help you to get from where you are to where you want to be. Okay, so that is up to you. And if you have invested in yourself, if you've felt you've been ripped off, scammed, if you've invested in the wrong things, get over it and move on. Don't allow that to stop you from continuing to invest in yourself because you've been burnt. We've all done it. We've all bought shit that we didn't need or couldn't use or didn't use and didn't follow through on. We've all done that. We've all got programs sitting on our computers that just didn't deliver, or been to weekends that we walked away going, God, I wish I could get those 2 days back. Happened to all of us, but it has never stopped me from investing in myself. Don't let it stop you from investing in yourself either. Just get wiser about how, where, and with whom you spend your money. And don't blame it on the person you spend your money with, because it ain't their fault. The buck stops with you. Okay, so that's it from me. I hope you've really gotten a lot of value out of this. Seriously, this one video could save you tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars in your future investment and getting from where you are to where you want to be, so you can live the life that you truly desire and bring your dreams to life, because that's what you deserve. You deserve to bring your dreams to life. Just go for it. Do whatever you need to make it happen. All right, that's it from me. Look, if you are watching this and you are not a part of my Pitbull community yet, then head on over to pitbullmindset.com if you would like to join the 21 Days of Tapping into Abundance Masterclass, which is it's free, totally free, no selling here. Then go, it's 21 videos over 21 days to clear all blocks to abundance using emotional freedom technique. Pretty cool. Very comprehensive, filled with amazing strategies, powerful strategies to help you to clear your abundance blocks. Then go to pitbullmindset.com/abundance-tapping. Register your details there and join the community. I look forward to seeing you there. Until next time, take care, have an exceptional day. Bye for now.